guys, it's Miss Villarreal. I'm so excited that you're here and ready to learn some Eureka Math. Today we are doing lesson 8 in our workbook. And today you are going to learn a special way in how we can draw our teen numbers. So let's go over our rules before we get started. Remember, when I ask you a question, I want you to 1. Listen, 2. Think big, and 3. Say the answer on signal. Our materials for today are a pencil and paper. Right now they should be parked. Your hands are holding or quiet hands. And when I say grab your pencil, you hold it up high. I want to see star students, just like what I'm seeing right now. That means your eyes are watching, your ears are listening, and you're respecting mom, dad, Miss Villarreal. That means your mouth is a bubble. Okay, let's go ahead and let's look at our learning goal for today. Our learning goal for today is I can draw a teen number in an organized way using 5 groups. Okay, so we know that teen numbers are like numbers that are after 10, right? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way to 19. And we are going to organize them or draw them in an organized way. Does that mean that we're going to put them all around scattered on our paper? No, right? Because then we wouldn't know how to count it, right? Or we would get confused. So I love organizing when I count. What are some ways that we would organize our drawings in class? Who can tell me? Okay, so yeah. So some of you said that we would put our drawings in lines to make sure that we're counting the right way. Yeah, so we're going to do that with our teen numbers today. We're going to organize them. So we're going to make our pictures in lines, and each group or each line, right, each row is going to have 5 dots, right? We're going to put them in 5 groups. Okay, so now that we know what our learning goal is for today, let's go ahead and, I'm going to move this down here. Let's go ahead and let's look at our first number. Look at our first number. I want you to think big. What number is this? Can you say it the regular way? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 16. Now, who can tell me how we can say it the say 10 way? How can we say it the say 10 way? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 10, 6. Good job. Give your brain 2 kisses. Let's see if you are correct. So I'm going to move my cards to see what number is hiding behind the 6. What do you think is hiding behind the 6? Yep. Yeah, it was the 0. So I know I have 10 here, right? The 0 is hiding, and 6. So 10, 6. Good job, guys. Give your brain 2 kisses. Because you did that right away, and you were correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do our first drawing for our teen number. So we know that it was 16, right? So we know that 16, when we break it apart, is 10, 6. So how many dots are we going to draw first? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 10, right? We have 10 here. Okay, so let's keep count. Let's go ahead and count our dots. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I drew my first group of 5. Remember, I want to draw it the 5 group way. So I have my 5 group, right? But I need all the way up to 10, okay? So let's keep counting. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I have my 10 there. I have my 10, my first group of 10. But I need to count all the way to 16, okay? So let's keep counting. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Whoa, I have my 16 groups. Let's give our brain 2 kisses because we've counted all the way to 16. And freeze. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now we have our group, our 16, and we can clearly see. Do you see that? our picture shows our two groups. Do you see how it shows the two groups? Yeah, I see it too. I see, what do you see? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 10. And then I have 5, 6, right? So 10, 6. And do you see how the groups are all in groups of 5, right? So I know I have 5 here, I have 5 here, I have 5 here, and well, 1 here, right? Because we needed to make the 16. But yeah, they're in groups of 5. So right now, when you are drawing your dots, make sure that you count, you keep counting, and make sure that you're drawing them in groups of 5. Okay, now that we know that our groups are 10 and 6, we can say that 16 is the same as 10 and 6, right? 10, 6. Now let's go ahead and let's look at our next number. Let's look to see what other teen number we're going to use today. Okay, so who can tell me what number is that? Can you tell me what number this is? The regular way? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 18. Okay, now what I want you to do for this part of our lesson, I am going to need you to get your paper and your pencil. Okay, pencils up. I want you to draw. I want you to draw your two groups. Okay? Now, if you don't know how to draw your two groups, what can you do? Remember, what number do you think is hiding behind here? What number do you think is hiding? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, so 10. So what's going to be your first group? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 10. And what's going to be your next group? Think big. Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 8. So I want you to go ahead and draw your two groups for 18. Do it now. And you can go ahead and you can pause the video if you need extra time. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video if you need extra time, right? Okay, so now that you drew your 18, let's go ahead and see if we can draw it. And we're going to check your work, okay? So let's do it together. So I'm going to draw my first group. Remember, what was your first group? Think big. You can look at your paper. Get ready. Yeah, 10. So let's go ahead and let's look at, let's go ahead and draw my picture, okay? Or my dots. Ready? Count with me. Make sure I don't get confused, okay? Ready? So let's go ahead and let's draw my dots, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, I need to do groups 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's keep counting. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I have my groups of 18. Okay, so we did our groups for the number 18. So if you look at my drawings, I see two groups. Do you see that? Yeah. What number is that? The say 10 way. Think big. Get ready. Yeah. So look, I took off my cards, right? And I can clearly see that the 10 was hiding behind my 8, right? So now if I look at my groups, I can clearly see that I have 10 and 8. Now, I want you to look. When I did my two groups, I left a big space between my groups. Do you see that? I don't want them pushed together because then I won't be able to see my two groups. So I want you to make sure that when you're drawing your groups that you're still leaving the big space in between, okay? So that way we can see 10 and we can see 8 on the other side and they're not all together, okay? So thumbs up if your picture looks like mine. Yeah. Okay, now let's do one more. Now look at my card. What number is that? Say it the regular way. Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 14. Okay, so I don't have my hide zero cards anymore, right? So I can't break it apart. But you know what I can do? I can break up the number into 2 groups. Okay, so what does my 1 tell me? What does the 1 tell me about my number? Does my 1 tell me? What is the 1? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, the 1 is 10. So what's going to be our first group? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 10. Now, what is our second group? What's going to be our next part? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 4. So I know that my 2 groups for 14 are, think big. Say it the say 10 way. Get ready. Yeah, 10, 4. Go ahead and pencils up. Go ahead and draw your 2 groups. Don't forget to leave space in between your groups so we can clearly see the 2 groups. Go ahead and pause the video and do your drawing now. Okay, now that you have your 2 groups, what I want to do is I want to check your work, okay? Let's go ahead and let's check your work. Let's check to see that you were correct, okay? So let's go ahead and let's do our dots. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do our dots for 14. Okay, I want you to count with me, okay? And let's count all the way to 14. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave a space. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so I have my 14 into 2 groups. Do you see that? Does your paper look like mine? Whoa! Let's do a quick firecracker. Ready? And freeze. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now that we have our 2 groups, can you see what number it is the say 10 way? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, so you can see that it's 10 and 4, right? So if I had this number as with my hide zero cards, I would clearly see that I have 10 and 4. Good job, guys. And did you leave a space between your 2 groups? Thumbs up. Yeah, we need to make sure that we leave our space so that they're not all mushed together. Okay, good job, guys. And did you remember to do only 5 in each row? Yeah, except this row, right? Because we needed to count only up to 14. And it's okay if you did yours standing up like mine, or if you did yours laying down. It's okay as long as we have 5 in each row. Okay, right? So this group has 5, this group has 5, and then this group only has 4, right? Because we needed to count to 14. Good job, guys. Okay, go ahead and let's get your workbook. Okay, let's read our instructions. It says, use your materials to show each number as 10 ones and some more ones. Use your 5-group way of drawing. Ooh, we just did a lot of practice, right? Okay, then it says, show each number with your hide zero cards. Okay, we don't have our hide zero cards, but that's okay because we have our number here. And whisper count as you work. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's do our first number. So what number is this? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, 11. Now, how do we say 11 the say 10 way? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, so 10, 1. So we know that this one is telling us that there is a 10 hiding. Okay, so we know that our first group is think, get ready. Yeah, our first group is 10, and our next group is, think big, get ready, yeah, 1. So 10, 1. So let's go ahead and let's do our first group. I want you to count with me, okay? Let's see if I can do it correctly. Okay, ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that I have to draw my group the 5 group way. Okay, so 5, keep counting. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, ready? Keep counting. 11. What do you notice? What do you notice? How many hearts did I draw? Say it the regular way. How many hearts did I draw? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, I drew 11. So 10, 11, right? Because it's telling us to draw 11. Now, if you look at my groups, it tells us how we can say our number the say 10 way. So how can we say our number the say 10 way? Think big. Get ready. Yeah, so 10, 10, 1, right? So 11 is 10, 1. And I made sure to leave a big space in between my groups so that I can see it clearly and so that it can be organized. And how did we organize our rows? In groups of, think big, get ready. Yeah, in groups of 5. Good job, guys. Go ahead and do the rest on your own. Don't forget that you need to do this page and the next page. And go ahead, and I hope you had a really, really good learning. And let's do our last celebration. Let's go ahead and let's do peanut butter jelly. Ready? Hand out and peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, and freeze. 3, 2, 1. Okay, guys, good job. And go ahead and finish your workbook. Bye, guys.